Adidas doesn't care about Indiana football's recent success. After an unprecedented 15-0 season and now on the cusp of the national championship, Adidas has shown time and time again that it does not care to give Hoosier fans the type of merch that we want to buy.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
In this video, I'm talking about a brief history of the partnership, some examples of these horrific decisions they are making, and why I think IU needs to move on to a different brand sponsor. My name's SupThomas. I talk about clothes on the internet. If you like this kind of thing, hit the like button and let me know in the comments. What sponsor would you like IU to switch to? Okay, brief history lesson. I have compiled this information via ChatGPT, but I have checked out the sources and everything looks legit. So starting off in 2004, Adidas first signs with Indiana. Before then, Nike had actually supplied a couple of IU's teams. I can confirm this because before the championship game, I was fiending for some vintage IU gear, and I found this Nike Gore-Tex windbreaker chilling on eBay. And I probably shouldn't even show this because I was gonna wait for the seller to send me a deal or something, but if you guys want it, go cop it. So 04, Adidas signs with us, great. All 24 varsity sports, which that's a lot of sports. I didn't know we had that many. How about that? It was set to go through 2008 with options to extend the deal. And this basically was the start of the IU Adidas partnership that we know today. So then in 2008, IU and Adidas agree on an 8-year extension, beginning with the 08-09 academic year and extending through 2015-16, which just so happens to be during the time I was attending Indiana. This extension basically ensured that all varsity teams, coaches continue to be in Adidas. You would see it at the games, on the players, and of course, on all of the merch, gear, t-shirts, accessories, what have you. It was 3 stripes at Indiana. So at this point, Adidas has established itself as Indiana's primary athletic brand partner. They were fitting out our boys on the court in the latest pairs of Adidas, and even back then there were signs that maybe something wasn't right with this partnership, but I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Size 16 shoe, by the way. That's fucking crazy. Anyway, in 2016, there was a major long-term contract extension, 8 more years with the 3 stripes, in a contract worth around $54 million, significantly increasing the financial value of the partnership, roughly $6.7 million per year. This deal ran through 2024 and roughly doubled IU's compensation compared to the prior contract, which is good for the school. I like to see that we're getting paid by the brand for rocking their gear. Where that money goes, it's probably paying Signetti's contract at this point. And you know what? God bless. In addition to the uniforms and apparel, the agreement included branding and marketing elements such as co-branding initiatives and consistent visual identity across sports. That is some bullshit that just means nothing. Yeah, they're our sponsor. We're gonna fucking have the logo on shit is what that means. And then here's the most recent update to the contract side of things. I promise I'll get into the actual merch and gear here in a second. In 2024, IU and Adidas agreed on a new 10-year extension.
Another one.
Valued at more than $54 million. Yet again, a 54 number, and set to run through roughly 2034. The terms of this deal reflect the new evolving collegiate sports landscape with the impact of name, image, and likeness, aka NIL. And for example, IU athletes like Trace Jackson Davis and Jalen Hood-Schifino have individual Adidas NIL deals as part of this broader collaboration. The structure of the deal emphasizes product allotment and marketing support, with a large portion of compensation delivered in apparel and gear rather than straight cash. Not sure how that was structured in the past, but it sounds like maybe they're giving us more clothes and shoes than money, which could reflect the economy. It could reflect that this deal is, in my opinion, freaking bogus. But enough yapping, let me just cut to the chase. I'm gonna show you guys the adidas.com web store and what items you can purchase that have Indiana branding on them, because man, some of these garments are just straight diabolical.
That leads the league. Pressure off the edge, and it's intercepted.
Where you been?
Now, I'll give credit where credit is due. At least they've updated the home screen to show that there is an all Adidas championship game happening on Monday with Miami and Indiana. But as you guys will soon see, a picture on the home screen does not make up for what they've done. And what is it they've done, you ask? Well, they've just really have no taste. The simplest way to put it is these items are just bad. Look at this national championship shirt. Oh, wow, the 2026 college football playoffs. What is this font? Is this like freefonts.com? Was this pre-installed? You have completely flat, uninspiring helmets, the date, and just nothing. It's a nothing burger shirt. It's $30, so I guess that's the only nice thing about it. Quarter zips, just soulless. Who is buying this stuff? This is the stuff that Signetti is wearing on the sidelines that shows a wider trend, in my opinion, of sportswear for these teams not being about sport and an event or athleticism. It's about branding. It's about corporate structure, and yeah, we're Adidas and our school's IU and they're playing in the national championship. So 3 logos. There you go. And I know so much of this stuff is for normies. It's not for people that are into fashion. They want something low-key that has the school on it. The Adidas branding is probably secondary to them. But what is this? Did they 3D print this? What is that logo, man? That stitching. It looks like dog shit. Same thing with the zipper. I don't know. That's probably nitpicking. Let's move on. We've won some bowls this season. Rose Bowl, start with them. Beat the brakes off Alabama. Amazing game. This is what we get. Not a single rose on it. Oh, there is one. It's just down here. You can barely see it because it's black and white and it's at the bottom. Vertical line with the playoff quarterfinal. Indiana Hoosiers to the right. It's just bad. It looks like a Word document. This looks like the first page of a PowerPoint presentation, not a shirt I want to wear to celebrate my team's victory. And don't you worry, guys. We're going to show how to do gear and merch right at the end of the video. So stick around till then. For now, I'm going to keep shitting on Adidas's terrible designs. This one is actually okay. I'll give it to them. The chrome logo, we're getting somewhere. But the gray background, what are you doing, guys? Can we get a cream shirt? Can we get a red shirt? What is we doing with gray? What are we doing with gray, bro? Cream, crimson, cream, crimson, bro. Not gray. I'm fucking triggered. This is not okay. And then the Adidas mustard yellow logo. Why not, dude? Can this playoff semifinal graphic be green next time? Let's make the Peach Bowl inverted. We'll make it upside down. Put it on the back. I don't care. And we'll do a general scroll. Like, some stuff is okay. I'll give them some stuff. Like baseball jersey, it's all right. This thing, the state of Indiana, fine. I actually like these football shirts. They do them for every single team. I think the helmet design looks cool because it's like a graphic. Like, it has some style. It has a bit of passion here. We have a collegiate arc logo, a nice picture with some light. It looks almost like a real helmet. Of course, it's a picture. And then Hoosier Nation with the Adidas logo in the middle. I'll give it to them. This is like a 9 out of 10 shirt. For Adidas standard, it's a 10 out of 10. Okay? It just is. That's the last nice thing I'm going to say about them. Let's look at the Mendoza Heisman winner shirt. Are you kidding me? This is what we get. Too much going on. If they wanted to commit to this 15 Mendoza graphic, axe the Heisman winner on the bottom there. Okay, you put that on the back and you just put 15 bigger, or just Mendoza, and then put something on the back about the Heisman. Maybe put the 15 on the back, or I don't know, give us a football jersey. Yes, there is not a single football jersey on adidas.com for Indiana football. It is not possible to order one, okay? But you know whose football jersey you can order? You guys want to guess whose football jersey you can order? Might just be a team that's been with Adidas for, I don't know, going on 11 years now. Yeah, it's the Hurricanes. Let me scroll and find it. There we go. Yep, camo, some military stuff. Looks like they've put a lot more effort into it. They got multiple embroideries, ACC, Hurricanes on the freaking back. Cool Army font. Dope, dude. Let's go. We got just better designs. We have shoes. We have those too with Indiana, but we get a dugout jacket. Yeah, so Miami has much better gear than Indiana, and it's not even close. It's not even close. Got this thing. That's pretty cool. Wish we had something like that. That'd be great. And Fiesta Bowl, even their Bowl Champs shirt. I guess that's kind of similar. They got the same mustard yellow design, probably because they're all in the same blanks they had left laying around. That's another thing. we are getting old ass blanks for the championship shirt if we win. Oh, nice. Look at that. The Canes got a long sleeve for the Cotton Bowl quarterfinal. That's cool. I wonder if we had a long sleeve before the Peach Bowl, or I don't know, the Rose Bowl. Do we get a long sleeve anywhere? Oh, we actually did. And it looks like dog shit. It looks terrible. Cool. But here's the kicker, guys. Adidas has 2026 National Championship Indiana shirts, but the shirts were made in 2023. Yeah, 3-year-old shirts. They've been sitting on them. Need to get them out. Yeah, let's throw a bone to that basketball school that's had a little football thing. Yeah, let's throw old Indiana, one of our oldest partners, give them some 3-year-old shirts. Fuck it, dude. What are you doing, Adidas? What are you fucking doing? People in the comments, it's unbelievable. You still cannot buy an IU football jersey. Adidas really sucks with the Hoosiers merch. All the other schools get good merchandise. Why not us? A little home field shout out. We'll get into that here in a second because home field is how you do merch, by the way. Spoiler alert. But here was the tweet that actually got me to make this video. It was on December 13th. And by the way, just horrible marketing, trying to be Nike, not even close. He is Mendoza. I'm sure I could ask a high school graphic design class to come up with a better version than this. But that aside, let's look at the comments. Release jerseys and stop being a useless sponsor. Give us a jersey. Make a realistic jersey for the Heisman winner. Challenge. Adidas level. Impossible. Awesome. Hey Adidas, where can we buy those Mendoza jerseys and other top level IU football gear you've contracted to produce? Please go ahead and drop a link in this thread. I have a feeling you get a lot of business. And it's just more of this. People begging them to sell merch.
Please, sir. I want some more.
Please dump Adidas football. We cannot even get a Mendoza jersey. Yeah, we need to switch. There absolutely needs to be a switch because the gear can be done well. Let's look at Home Field. Home Field, absolutely crushing it. They are a vintage inspired company based in Bloomington. They started off making Indiana gear. Now they're hosting, look at this, probably 100 different schools making merch for them. I don't know how they've scaled so fast. I'm sure they got a lot of designers, but we don't even need to click on all these designs. Just look at them from afar. Look at the color palette chosen. And yes, these are vintage inspired, which is different from what a sponsor like Adidas would do. We'll zoom in a little there, give you guys a closer look. And if you're an Indiana fan, I'm sure you've heard of Home Field. If you haven't, go check them out. I got a link in the description. Not paid. I wish it was an ad because they are great. And the merch can be done like rags to riches, roses. This feels like old Nike designs. And that would be my biggest wish. A switch to Nike needs to happen. Like, they just take care of their teams so much better. I could go pull up plenty of examples on the internet and probably will put them on screen of just Nike schools getting treated much better. And then Adidas apparently just giving Miami better stuff than us. It just doesn't need to be happening, especially with the past 2 seasons. We deserve better than Adidas. So I guess my question to you, the viewer, is what would you like to see done about this? Do you agree with my takes that this Indiana Adidas partnership has, in my opinion, completely backfired? They briefly tried a Fear of God collaboration that was an absolute buzz, and I didn't see anyone talk about. I actually did pick up the shoes and ended up reviewing them here on the channel if you guys want to check that out. But we did get a Fear of God collaboration, and that was it. Nothing during the Kanye Yeezy era, which could have been crazy, even if it was player exclusive stuff. Nope, none of that. Because quite frankly, Adidas doesn't care. They're doing something else. Their time is being occupied in other areas. And it's my humble opinion as a Hoosier that we should move on to a brand that cares more about us, that's willing to give the people what we want, which is not a lot. It's good designs, jerseys, and shirts made in the past year. Like, come on. Is that too much to ask? That's about it. Hope you guys enjoy the rant. Catch you in the next one. Peace.